Hello children, we have done with the comprehension part for the reading skills. Okay, as you know, we have 4 skills like reading, writing, listening and speaking. So for reading skills and we have the passage also for the exam, we can say, and before that we have completed with 3 passages, that is 3 comprehensions. So now and that was regarding prose it was. Now we will be moving to the poetry section. So if you turn your page in the fun with grammar book, page number 135, read this poem carefully. So here is one poem. So we will be taking 2 poems at a time, plus we will be solving the exercises also. I will be explaining the poem over here, and those poems it will be there for a reading section during the exam. So please listen carefully, and whatever I'll be giving the exercise or the answers, I can say, that you have to write it carefully in your workbook. So we'll see the poem. I'll explain you the poem, the meaning of that poem. See, open page number 135, that is comprehension. Comprehension 4. Okay, this is a poem. We'll read the poem and I'll be explaining you the meaning for this. So we'll start with the poem, and this poem is written by Shel Silverstein. The poet is Shel Silverstein. He has written this poem. You can see a picture over there, that is of a cake, and you can see one girl over there. See what it is told in this poem. We'll be seeing now. If you were only 1 inch tall, you would ride a worm to school. The tear drop of a crying ant would be your swimming pool. A crumb of cake would be a feast and last you 7 days at least. A flea would be a frightening beast if you were 1 inch tall. If you were 1 inch tall, you would walk beneath the door, and it would take about a month to get down to the store. A bit of fluff would be your bed. You would swing upon a spider's thread and wear a thimble on your head if you were 1 inch tall. You would surf across the kitchen sink upon a stick of gum. You couldn't hug your mama, you would just have to hug her thumb. You would run from people's feet in fright. To move a pen would take all night. This poem took 14 years to write, cause I am just 1 inch tall. Now this here one girl, this isn't like, we can say, like a imaginary poem it is, and here you can see one girl is there in the picture. So what that girl is saying, she is 1 inch tall, just 1 inch. If you take one scale, you can see this much tall she is. Now she is imagining that if I would just 1 inch tall, what all things she would have done. What she is saying, if you were 1 inch tall, you would ride a worm to school. See children, you come to school in a car or in a school bus, you can say, or you may come in auto rickshaw or on your bicycle or the bike. But what she is saying, that girl, if somebody is saying to her that if you were 1 inch tall, you would ride a worm to school. You would have come on the worm, you know worm. Okay, earthworm or any other worm we can say. So a worm is this much. So you would have ride on a worm to school. It is said to her. Then the teardrop of a crying ant would be your swimming pool. Now children, you know swimming pool is it is very big. Okay, for us it is very big, but for her a drop of tear is like a swimming pool to her. So what it is told, a teardrop of crying ant would be your swimming pool. So what it is told, you would have ride on a worm to school. I mean, so small she is, just 1 inch tall she is, and what it is told, that you would have swim in the swimming pool if it is like a teardrop of an ant. Then a crumb of cake would be a feast. Crumb means what? Just a small bit. यू नो क्रम्ब ऑफ, एक ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, एक कण बोलते हैं, तो अ क्रम्ब ऑफ केक वुड बी अ फीस्ट फॉर दैट 1 inch tall girl. A crumb of feast, crumb is just one bite, one this we can say one crystal, like, so that much crumb of cake would be a feast, like it would be a feast for you, like it would be a good food for you. Then and last you 7 days at least. And what it was, see, her and last you 7 days at least. So 1 inch tall means she would have lasted only 7 days. A flea would be a frightening beast. Flea means what? A fly, we say. Fly, you know, house fly. We doesn't get afraid of a fly. A fly is just a small animal, okay, a small insect. And this girl, that for that girl they have told that a fly would be a frightening beast. For that small girl, the fly would be like a beast, means like a animal, we can say, like a wild animal, and she would get afraid of that fly also. If you were 1 inch tall, okay, if you were 1 inch tall, these all things would have happened with you. Then again, if you see for the second paragraph, if you were 1 inch tall, you would walk beneath the door. Beneath the door means below, from below the door. See, nobody can, we can't go from the, if the door is closed, we cannot go from below the door. We have to open the door and then we can go. But she can go from the down also into the room. And it would take about a month to get down to the store. And if she want to come down, it will take 1 month to come down. Okay, a bit of fluff would be your bed. Fluff means what? You can see like small sponge or anything, that would be like a bed for her. You would swing upon a spider's thread, means so delicate. She sees, if you see spider's thread, it is very delicate. So what it is told, you would have swing upon a spider's thread also, so that much delicate also she is. And wear a thimble on your head. Then if you were 1 inch tall. So all these things again would have happened with her. You would serve across the kitchen sink upon a stick of gum. And you would serve across the kitchen sink upon a stick of gum. You would have stuck because of the gum also in the sink. We can see you all have sink in the kitchen. You couldn't hug your mama. You would just have to hug her thumb. See, your mama, she is nice, healthy and all. So how much she is? She is just 1 inch. So what she would have done? She would have hugged only her thumb, not for her mama. You would run from people's feet in fright. And she is so small, she would have run from people's feet. From down she would have run in fright, means in fear. To move a pen would take all night. And to write with a pen, it will take 1 whole night for her to write. So this poem took 14 years to write, cause I am just 1 inch tall. So at the last one line is given, see there, that this girl, she has taken to write one poem, she has taken 14 years to write this poem, because she is 1 inch tall. She is this much only. So that's why she has taken 14 years to write this poem. So all this, it is like an imaginary poem, children. So just you have to imagine, and what all things she would have done when, if she would have 1 inch tall. She would have ride on a worm to school. Then she would have swam in the swimming pool with a teardrop of an ant. Then a crumb of cake would be like a feast for her. And also she would have got frightened because of the flea, or we can say a house fly. And the other thing was what? She could have walked from the beneath the door. Then again the other thing was what? She would have taken 1 month to come down from the store. Then a bit of fluff for she would have used as a bed for her. And she would have swing on the spider's thread. So delicate she is. Also, if she wants to hug her mama, she would have hugged her thumb. And for this, to write this poem, she has taken 14 years, because she is just 1 inch tall. So this was all about this poem. I hope children have understood this poems. Why? this poem is about this small girl because she is just 1 inch tall, and that's why she has taken 14 years to complete to write this poem. And this poem is written by Shel Silverstein. So if you turn the page number 136, if you see, imagine yourself to be 1 inch tall and then answer the questions. Now what you have to do, you have to think that you are 1 inch tall, and according to that you would answer the question. Now here the questions are asked, but the answer should be of your own. No need to write the answers from the poem. You have to imagine, suppose you are 1 inch tall, and you will write the answer that you are 1 inch tall, and you will be writing the answer for that. So suppose if I will tell from my side, I will tell the answer for you. How would you go to school? Suppose if I was 1 inch tall, I would have gone on an ant. So what answer will be of yours? You will write it in your own words. Then what would be your swimming pool? My swimming pool, I would think it will be a tear of drop. Okay, a drop of tear, sorry. That would be my swimming pool. What would be your swimming pool? That answer you will write. How would you swing? I will suppose myself, I will swing on a leaf. Okay, I will swing on a leaf. You will write your answer. How long would a crumb of cake last? One crumb of cake I would have eaten for 8 days. For how many days you would have eaten a crumb of cake? That answer you will write. So this was about, means you have to imagine yourself that you are just 1 inch tall and you are going to answer the questions. Then B1. Find words from the poem that mean opposite to the following words and then make sentences with them. Here the words are given, so you have to write opposite to that word and make the sentences. First one is short. So what is opposite of short? That is long. Short or tall, we can say short or tall. So you have to make sentences with your own. Tall, we can say Rita is a taller girl. Rita is taller girl. Or laughing. Laughing, what is opposite of laughing? Is crying. She was the baby was crying for the milk. So in this way you will write the opposite word and you will write the sentence for that. Then write 3 pairs of rhyming words from the poem. So I will be telling you 3 words now. See, school, pool. These are the rhyming words. School, pool. Then feast, least, or least, beast, we can say. Then door, store. Bed, thread, or thread, head. Then again gum, thumb. Fright, night, or right. So these are some of the rhyming words that we can write over here. Next we will see fill in the blanks. A dash would be a frightening beast. So what is the answer for that? A flea would be a frightening beast. Second one, and wear a, what it is answer? And wear a, you find out the answer over there, and wear a thimble on your head. Then third one, if you see, this poem took how many years? Yes, it took 14 years to write. Then a bit of dash, a bit of fluff would be your bed. So this was about the poem, and I have completed with the exercise also, means orally I have done with it. I will be sending the answers also for you, but if you know the answer, children, you can write the answers for the exercise. Now we will be moving for the next exercise, the next poem number 5. That will be poem number 5. Okay. Here also they have told, read this poem carefully and you have to answer. Now this poem is all about the months. This poem is all about the months. So we will be completing 2 poems. One poem already I have completed, and I have told you if that girl would be of 1 inch tall, what all things she would have done. And with the exercise also we have completed. Second thing, now we will be moving to the next poem, comprehension 5, poetry. So that will be, that is regarding all the months, 12 months, January to December. So see what all things have been told over here. January, cold, desolate. Now children, you know, in the month of January, January is also a winter season, cold season it is. January, cold, desolate. February, all dripping wet. You know, in February we can see the dew drops. Dripping wet means you can see the dew drops on the leaves or anywhere on the ground also we can say, or on the window panes we can say. So January cold desolate. In the month of January it is very cold, and February all dripping wet. We could find the dew drops in the month of February. Then March wind rages. In the March, if you see, it is as if the sun is very angry on us. Sun is angry on us. Rages means what? Anger. Sun is angry on us, and wind rages. Like we can see, it is very hot in the month of March. April changes bit. In the month of April, bit we feel like cool. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it is hot. Then birds sing in tune. In the month of April, the birds they sing in that month. To flowers of May. Why? In the month of April, the birds they start singing, because in the month of May we could see the flowers. We see children many flowers like mogra, then rose we can see, isn't it? So many flowers we can see in the month of May, and the birds they sing in the month of April. Then and sunny June. In the month of June you can see it is sunny, or sometimes it may be raining also. So in the month of June you can say it is sunny. Brings the longest day, and you know children, in the month of June one day is the longest day. That is which day, you can tell me? Yes, that is 22nd June is the longest day. On that day the night is short and the day is long. Then in scorched July. Scorched July means it will be little bit dry in the month of July. Sometimes it is sunny and sometimes it is rainy also, and it is like dry also we can say. Scorched July. Then the storm clouds fly, and in the month of July you can see the storm clouds fly. You can see the clouds in the month of July, but what happens? Because of the storm, the clouds they fly away and the rain also disappears. We feel as if after some time it is going to rain, but what happens? Because of the storm or because of the wind, the clouds they fly away and it doesn't rain. Then lightning tone, August bears corn. Then you see in the month of August, you have seen also children, in the month of August it has rained heavily here, and we could see that time the corns are also grown. We could see the corns of wheat, jawar, bajra we can say, many we can see the corns or maize we can see in the month of August. Then September fruit. In the month of September we can see the fruits are there. In rough October. In the month of October neither it rains nor it is rainy, nor it is winter or nor it is sunny. It is like rough we can say. It is hot also, it is cold also, and it is sometimes it drizzles also we can say. Earth must disrobe her. Now see the here what it is told, earth must disrobe her means what earth will do? Earth it removes the clothes, means earth removes everything from her side, and stars fall and shoot. We see the stars falling, and we see that the stars falling, we think it like it's very lucky to see that the stars are falling. Stars fall and shoot in keen November. In the month of November we could see the stars as if they are falling. They are below, means they are very near to us. And night is long, and you see in the in the winter season the nights are long and the days are short. You know this thing. In the from the month of November we could see the winter season it starts, and that time the days are short and the nights are long. We sleep very coolly, we nicely in warm bed we sleep. So and night is long and cold is very strong. We feel very cold in the month of November. In bleak December, in December at least we see it is very very cold and nice. We will be having a cup of hot coffee or tea, and will be wearing all warm clothes, and very nice, very warm will be in that warm weather will be sleeping very nicely. So these all things, this Christina Rossetti, she is a poet. She has explained everything about each month, that in each month what all things happen. So you see, in again once again I will tell you, in the month of January it is cold. Then February it drips, means we could see the dew drops over there. Then in the March we could see the starting of the summer season. Okay, and in April it changes bit, it changes the birds, they start singing. Then in the month of May we could see the flowers are there, and in the June it is bit sunny, and we could see that in the month of June the day is long. Okay, it is the longest day in a year. Then also we can, in the month of July we can see the scorching sun is there. Scorching means we like pricking sometimes. Then the storm clouds fly. What happens is that we could see the black clouds, it is darkened, but suddenly what happens, because of the storm or because of the wind, the clouds they fly away, and it doesn't rain. And then lightning tore. In the month of August we could see the lightning, and it rains very heavily in the month of August. Even we have experienced in the last month. Then we could see the corns also, we could see many corns also in the fields, in the farms. And in the month of September we get fruits. Then in rough October, October is neither winter season nor summer nor rainy season, it is rough in the month of October. So, and we could see the stars falling and like shooting in the month of November. Then again if you see in the month of December it is very cold, and the nights are long in the winter season, we know. So this was all about all the months from right from January to December, and this poem is really, it is very beautiful. Even the calendar is given, see, of 2016 over there. So this Christina Rossetti, she has beautifully explained about this, about the months. So next we will be seeing the exercise over here, and will be completing the poem. So answer the following. Now, which months are cold? Which months are cold, children? Yes, November and December, or we can say October, November, December, November, December, January and February, they are the cold months. Then second one, who sings to flowers of May? Who sings? Yes, the bird sings to flowers of May. Then third, when do the storm clouds fly? In which month? Yes, in the month of July. In the month of July, the storm clouds they fly. That which month bears corn? Which month bears corn? It is given over there. August month bears the corn. Next, find words from the poem which mean the opposite. If you find from the poem only, you have to find out which is the opposite for that. Hot, yes, the answer is cold. Second one, smooth. If you see cold, they have given over here, January cold. So hot, cold. Okay. Then smooth, they have given, see, rough. Rough means rough October. Then shortest, that is longest. Weak, strong. Weak, strong. So these are the opposite words given over there. Now if you see exercise, underline the adjectives and circle the nouns they describe in the following lines from the poem. See exercise, if you see, and night is long and cold is strong in bleak December. They are told to underline the adjectives and circle the nouns. You have to underline the adjectives and circle the nouns. I will write those 3 lines here and then I will show you. And night is long and cold is strong. And night is long and cold is strong. Then in bleak December. So they told us, what it is told? You have to underline the adjectives and circle the nouns. Now tell me which are the adjectives here. If you see in the first line, and night is long, long is the adjective. So you have to underline that. This is adjective. Now and cold is strong. How is cold? It is strong. In bleak December. Now which is which is an adjective over here? Bleak. Bleak, meaning of bleak is what? Like cold, we can say cold. in bleak December. It is very cold in December. So these all are the adjectives. So we have underlined the adjectives. Now they have told to circle the nouns which they have described. So long is which word is used to describe night? Long. So noun is night. And what we have to do here? Circle the nouns. So you will circle the nouns, night. Then and cold is strong. Then in bleak December, not December. December is a noun. So adjectives we have underlined because they have described the noun. Long, night is described as long, cold is described as strong, and December is described as bleak. In this way you will do with the exercise C. Now if you see, find the words from the poem which mean the opposite. Which mean the opposite. That opposite words also I will give you. And children, you have to you should know the poet of the poem. So because who has written the poem or who has written the story, that also you should know it. So you have to write the opposite words from the poem now. That is, first one is hot, cold. Second is smooth, rough. Third we can see shortest, longest. And last is weak, strong. These are the opposite words for the exercise B. These are the opposite words, that is hot, cold, smooth, rough, shortest, longest, weak and strong. So these are the opposite words for the from this poem. Next, if you see, answer the following. Which months are cold? Which months are cold? Now we will be writing the answers for those also. I will write down the answer. In that way you will write down the answer there only below the question. First one is, which months are cold? November, December, January and February. In this way you will write the answer and February. These months are these all are cold months, you can say. Second one, who sings to flowers of May? Who sings to flowers of May? Now in this way you will write the answer that birds sing birds sing to flowers of May. Flowers of May. When do the storm clouds fly? It flies in the month of July. Okay. And last is, which month bears corn? So August. In this way you will write down the answers. So children, we have completed with comprehension fourth and fifth one. Both the poems. First poem is written by Shel Silverstein, and it is told that how the girl, if she would have 1 inch tall, what all things she would have done. Also we have completed with the exercises. Second poem we have seen regarding all the months. Here also I have given some of the answers. In that way you have to write the answers, and this poem is written by Christina Rossetti. So here also we have completed with the exercises. So we have completed with the reading skills part. Okay children, thank you.